you sign up for an account with Analytics Amplifier, you'll go through the setup process, which looks similar to these areas here. So you connect HubSpot. Here you can see I've connected our account. And then the other important part is setting up Google. So here you can set your Google Analytics ID. That just make sure we push the events below into the correct account. And then you can toggle between these events here. So when you turn these off, these events obviously won't be pushed into your Google Analytics account. So you can just define what you'd like to push over here. There are a couple that are Pro Enterprise features only. This just comes down to how we receive the data from HubSpot itself. So you're only about to push score and NPS ratings if you're using the HubSpot or Pro or Enterprise licenses here. So once you've configured your account, you'll need to make sure that you've also modified your forms and installed the tracking script. So form modifications are easy. So when you install the plugin, the Google Client ID field will become available. You just need to make sure this is added to every single form where you want to track or capture the Google Client ID when a user submits it. So then this has been stored back on their profile. So once you've done that to all your forms, you need to add this little snippet of code here. So what this code does is it captures that Google Client ID on form submit and stores it on the HubSpot contact. This allows us to match up those users. So when we feed events through from HubSpot into Google Analytics, it all matches up nicely. So there's easy ways to do that on HubSpot. You just need to follow the rest of his instructions here, which is pretty straightforward. And then once that's up and running, you can jump into HubSpot, start making some changes to say lifecycle stages, and then after a while, you'll see that push into Google Analytics, which looks a little bit like this. So here I'm looking at my client ID here, and I've pushed a whole bunch of events. So here you can see I've pushed a HubSpot score through with a low score of 7. So obviously I'm not that hot. Also set persona. So this is persona 3, which is pushed through. Lifecycle stage is also pushed through here, but you'll see when you're testing, all of the events are logged in here. You can then also jump through to the event reports. Here you'll see all the events have been logged into this overview section. You can then drill down further into them if you want to. So deal 1 is quite interesting, pushes through the amount of the deal itself. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.